inches deep. I slice my thread. No paper here, just fabric spread. On AccuQuilt, we shop away. Cutters singing, they lead the way. Cut it up, let the scraps fly. Colors blend as fabric size. Expensive tools and dreams align. Oh, AccuQuilt, you're so divine. Dies and applique, take the stage. Precision cutting, no paper age. Scissors bow to your sharp embrace. Patterns bloom at their own pace. Cut it up, let the scraps fly. Colors blend as fabric size. Expensive tools and dreams align. Oh, AccuQuilt, you're so divine. Dust in the air, the cutter hums.
Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Thank you for watching. My name is Sean and I am with Go Savvy Designs. So today I wanted to talk with you guys about AccuQuilt. There are so many of you who are interested in the AccuQuilt. By the way, I am an affiliate. So if you're looking to purchase dies or a cutter, this is the video for you. Because what we're going to do today is take a look at the website. Let me tell you all the tips and tricks that I've learned over the years that helps so much, saves you so much time, and will prevent you from making some of the mistakes that I made when I initially started purchasing. So let's take a look at the AccuQuilt website. I think that is the best place to be when you're looking for AccuQuilt. You can definitely go on YouTube. You can definitely look at other things. But let me tell you, this website has all the information. So let's start out with the cutters. When you're looking for a cutter, it gives you a really good way to compare all the cutters. So you can literally go through here, understand how each one of them work, because there are manual cutters and there is an electric cutter. So let's take a look over here at the comparison. You should purchase the cutter that's best for you. Now, I will tell you that there is a program where you can upgrade the cutters. So if you need to start smaller, then upgrade. There is an upgraded version of the cutter. So, there is an upgrade program for the cutter. So now that's a thing. Make sure you understand what that looks like. Now, let's take a look at these different cutters because you can shop all the different ones. Let's look here. Now, there's 4 different cutters. You see 3 here. There is a huge one that is called the studio cutter. Now, with the studio cutter, here's a trade-in thing right here. But with the studio cutter, that is more for your production style businesses. If you're in production, you may want that, but keep in mind, it is also a manual cutter. That means you're going to have to crank it. You're going to have to wind those things through there, and they actually have different dies. So if you're a quilter, hobbyist, and you're just looking for a really nice cutter, then one of these 3 options may be the options for you. So when we look at the different cutters, you have the Go Me. Let me go back over here. So you have, let's go to compare. There is a chart. Hold on, I'm looking for the chart. Shop all fabric cutters. That takes me back to the same page. Compare products. No products selected. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so we'll talk from up here. So you have the top one is the Go Big Electric. That means it is electric. Then you have the Go, which is a medium size one. And then you have the Go Me, which is a smaller one or a travel size one. Now, with these, you can use all the different dyes. Literally, you can use all the different dyes. There are some limitations to the dyes that you can use on the Go Me. So if you want to take a look at that, you want to see, and you can click on Learn More. And when I tell you on this site, I don't know about others, but on this site, reading is fundamental. And I will show you some of the mistakes that I made that literally was like, oh my God, held up orders, did all kinds of things. So let me just tell you, hang in here. I will give you, before we end, some of the things not to do, because guess what? I did them and it held up some things for me. So I will save you that headache by listening. So stay tuned. I will give you that information before we end. So now here's the Go Me. You can, it's $99 right now. It's on sale. And basically you're looking at this video today is March 11th. So 2025. The Go Me is super, super great for when you're traveling, if you're going to a quilt retreat, things like that, or just a start to see if you're even going to like using it, right? So this is a place to start. Now, the other cutter is the Go. Now, let's go back to the Go Me, because what I wanted to show you was what you need to do. Every time you're looking at a cutter, you need to make sure you go down and you read what is included, because that is so important to understand what's included and what am I getting in the box? What's happening? So understanding what's included is very important. So in the Go Me, you get the Go Me cutter, and you also get a cutting mat along with 2 squares. So you get Go half square triangle, which finishes at 3 inches, and you get the Go square triangle, which finishes at 3 inches. There's also 5 patterns and then a user guide. That's all that's in the box. And so sometimes when you look at the pictures, right, you may not see, like you can see that there's 2 dies here, but you don't necessarily know what they are. So it's very good to look at the included, not just the pictures. So this is what the 2 looks like. And then you have your pattern book right here to show you how what type of patterns you could actually make with these 2 dies that comes with that particular cutter. Now you also have to be careful, because when you're ordering, you could just order just the cutter and it doesn't come with these 2 dies. So be careful about that. Make sure that if you want to have a starter set, you order a starter set. So it's so important to go look at what's included. All right. Now let's go over here and look at the Go. When we look at the Go cutter, you need to understand what can it do, what happens. This one's super portable as well. And here's what's included in the starter set. Now, I will tell you that not everything includes a cutting mat. So be careful about that. And you need to start tracking which cutting mats you already have, because there are some dies that you purchase that do not, you hear me, do not include a cutting mat. So it's very important, if you purchase a die, that you understand which cutting mats you already have and then which cutting mat you will need for that die, so that you make sure you actually have the cutting mat that you need. You do not, when I tell you, you do not want to use an oversized mat for a die that's smaller. It will jack up your fabric. Ask me how I know. Don't do it. Okay, I know we want to be thrifty. I know we want to be thrifty and we want to save some money. Don't do that. You will mess up that expensive fabric and this is not the reason why you got this tool. And let me tell you something else while I'm on this rant. When you think about your cutting tool, I love my scissors. I have scissors for paper. I have scissors for my fabric. Think of this as your fabric machine. I know some people use this thing for paper, but remember, when you cut things with paper, you dull your blades. I am not dulling a $600 blade or more, cutting paper. I bought this to cut fabric, not paper. So let me just think of this as your very expensive pair of scissors. And really, how often do you really want to replace these dies because you've been cutting paper? Don't do it. Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm never going to use my expensive Kai scissors on paper. Absolutely not. So why would you do that with this? So just be mindful. If you decide you want to cut some paper, I don't know why you want to cut some paper with this AccuQuilt die, which is specifically for fabric. But let's just know, think of it just like scissors. When you start cutting paper with your expensive scissors, you dull your blades. Now you're going to have to go replacing the dies. These things aren't cheap. So you know what? I treat them like my expensive scissors. Rant over, okay? Just a tip. Now, on this, included in this set, you get the cutter. You get a die that cuts up to 6 layers of fabric. All the dies do that. They cut up to 6 layers of fabric. You also get the mat. And guess what? You get a pattern book to match. So let me tell you, I love my AccuQuilt. Hands down. Again, you go down here. It tells you what sizes are compatible with the Go. So now look at this. For the Go Me, the Go, and the Go Big, all of these sizes will fit in all 3 machines. Now, when you move over here to the 10 by 10s and the 10 by 24, that's only the Go and the Go Big. Now, if you want to do a 14 by 16, then that is the Go Big. So you have compatible sizes. There's a chart here that shows you what's compatible with which one of the devices. Now, as you can see here, that little Go Me for $99 can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different templates. So that's the majority of your things. That includes the strips. That includes a lot of the different dies. All right, so let's look at my baby, because my baby, I love my baby. And I have the Go Big Electric. I absolutely love it. And with the Go Big Electric, it's what it is. It's electric. It will pull that stuff right on through there. And you got 1, 2, 3, and your fabric is cut. Now, it's easy peasy. I absolutely love it. And let's look. Here we find the comparison chart. So you got the Go Me, you got the Go, you got the Go Big Electric, and then you have the Studio. Now look at you can see there's hundreds of dies that match each one of them, right? So you definitely can do that. And then it tells you the weight of them, what they do. There's only one automatic, that's the Go Big. And then it tells you if it's foldable, all that kind of stuff. And they have videos that you can watch. So make sure that you check that out as well. Now, there are some blocks. Let's go look at our dies. Dies are important. I'm going to tell you the top 3 things to look for when you're getting a die. 1, you want to check to make sure whether or not the die actually comes with the mat. If it doesn't, you'll need to purchase a mat for that particular die. Now, you also have to be careful because there are some dies that are on the sites that are replacement dies. They may look really inexpensive, which they are, but they are a replacement die. And for those replacement dies, if you ordered with something else, that die will hold up your entire order. Ask me how I know. They're like, oh yeah, we'll send it once your die is ready, because the replacement dies are being made as they're ordered. So they're not just sitting on the shelf to be sent out. They're being made to order. So be careful, read it, because let me find one. So All right, let's go here. So when you are looking, you see that this die said, oh my God, it's $29. Let me grab it. Hold up, read it. It says this is a replacement die. If it is a replacement die, then that means they're going to make it to order. So don't do that if that's not the die you want, because you see here, dies are made to order. Allow 10 business days to manufacture the die. That ain't even when it ships. You got to allow the manufacturing time. So don't do that, because just because it's cheap, it will block your whole order. Now, if you do need a replacement die, order your replacement die, but I will order it separately, okay? Because it will hold up your entire order, just like I'm saying. I mean, it happened to me. I know. Just don't do it. Order it separately if you need it, and then go from there. Okay? All right. So now with these dies, the dies I love. Now, my favorite dies are the bob dies, which means they're a block on the board. Oh my God. When I tell you this is my all-time favorite, everything you need for that particular block, if you are a quilter, is on the freaking board. Like every little cut that you're going to need for this is on the board, literally on the board. Now, when you're looking for a block on the board, make sure that you order the block on the board that comes with the mat, because there are some that do not come with the mat. So you need to make sure that you're ordering your block on the board. And let me tell you, it is a change. So there's a change. So it will tell you if it comes with the mat. You see these, it just tells you what the finished die is and all of that. But let me find one, because it will say with mat. And so you can literally search for with mat. And let's go find a block on the board. And by the way, you see these mix and match blocks? These are amazing. They will get you 72 or more different blocks. So you see this little panel here on the side? This gives you all the different blocks that you can make with this one set of die. So easy. It's great for that. Or life. For myself, I actually own the 10 and a half, no, I own the 10-inch Go Cube. So they're called Go Cubes. And with each cube, you get a lot of different dies. So you can make a block, 72 different blocks. It is amazing, phenomenal how it is. And see, like right here, these Go cubes make so many different blocks. If you're a quilter, you will absolutely love how this thing works. Now, it's very easy. The thing that happens inside of the mix and match is that it actually comes with, and let's go look. So the one that I have the 10-inch block. Love it. So I do want to get the 12-inch block. I'm waiting, but I have the 10-inch, so I'm okay with that. So it comes with, and see, you got to go to the included in each set. You get 8 dies. 8. Do you hear me? 8 different dies. So there may be some dies in here that you don't have to buy as a single, because you got it inside of your cube. So if you decide to buy a cube, it's a really good thing. You also get the accompanying cutting mats. You get a pattern book as well as the storage box. The storage box is life. Let me tell you, I got a chef with all my dies on it. Love my little box that all that comes in, and I put them back in there all the time. So it tells you all the different things. You get a square, you get half square triangles, you get a quarter square triangle. Like, you get so many cool things. Parallelograms, rectangles, and a square on point. When I tell you the half square triangles, they already come. If you've been doing half square triangles and you know you got to cut that little tip off, well, guess what? In the AccuQuilt, it's already cut off for you. So you're just ready to sew. Hello. it is right there for you. You are a quilter and you love AccuQuilt, honey. It is the life. Bees knees for me. I absolutely love my blogs. So you just cannot. Now, let me tell you something. Do you see this? It says there's a 2.5-inch square, but it is 2 inches finished. Let's talk about that because it is very important when you're ordering your dies. You know, like for example, let's go look at the strips. So when you're doing your strips, for example, by the way, if you buy one of these things, you will never have to buy a jelly roll again. You can make your own jelly rolls, honey, and I know you will love it because you can do it. So here's what happens. If you buy something that says, like, for example, this strip is 1.5 inch, but it finishes at 1 inch. So that means when you're sewing, it will become 1 inch with your 1/4 inch seam allowance. So you have to understand what it is and how it is you want it to finish. So for example, for myself, I own the 3-inch die because I do like my little I like my jelly rolls. So I like to create my own jelly rolls. And so because I have the 3-inch die, it actually finishes at I think 2.25, like, or maybe 2.5. I think it finishes at 2.5. Let's see if I can find the 3-inch die. So if we go up here and I'm in strips. There isn't a way for me to sort. Just put 90 on the page. But you know, you can always, let's do 3-inch like that and see what we come up with. Nope, nothing. Okay. Let's do 3.25. Oh, that's better. So that comes up. Let's see. No strips. Okay. Let's go back. Let's just do strips. All right. So for the strips, we have, here it is. Oh, that's a studio cutter. Ooh, so you got to be careful. You see that says Studio Super Strip Cutter. Don't want that. We just want it, and you should be able to look at what's compatible by the cutter. So let's do Go Big because that's mine. All right, so these are all compatible with my cutting machine. And you can pick your cutting machine and then kind of go from there. So let's see. All right, so I did a search and let me make sure. Yes, so I did a search and I just clicked over here to do compatible with my Go Big cutter. So this is how I got all of these that are compatible with my Go Big cutter. And so basically, here it is. So this 2 3/4 will finish at 2.25. And I think this is the one that I have because I wanted it to finish at 2.25. And so on this one, it also will show you how many strips you'll get with that die. And if you look really closely in here, you'll see these lines. These lines are where the blades come out. So make sure you do not press on these boards because these things are so sharp. Let me tell you, they are so sharp. If they can cut through 6 layers of fabric, hunty, they can cut your hand. So be careful, okay? Be very careful. Now, the one thing that I was going to show you was the number of strips. So on this particular die, you will get 1, 2, 3 strips out of that. So there you go. You can, and if it's 6 layers, guess what? 6 times 3 And guess how many that is? So yeah, you got it. Like you got it. You know, like you can create your own jelly rolls, start your own jelly roll quilt, all of those things. Now, there are applique dies, which I absolutely love. Now, if you love the babies like I do, you can create them some bibs. You can get some alphabet applique. There's all these different ones that you can do. You can even make birth cloths. I know if you guys haven't checked it out already, I got some videos on me making birth cloths, me making bow cozies, all of that using my AccuQuilt. So I will include a link to some of those videos. So make sure you check them out. Now, there are so many cutesy patootie little applique dies that you can purchase. And you want to make sure, let's go look at one. You want to make sure that you do have the die size and you know what. Now, this one actually comes with free embroidery designs. Isn't that cool? Because if you want to embroider this, it's going to give you the file, and all you have to do is outline it, and you can just embroider right on around it. So now let's go down here, and in the details, it will tell you what is required. So you will need a 6 by 12 inch mat. It does not say it comes with it. It says you need the mat. So you're going to have to make sure that you have a 6 by 12 inch mat. So reading the details makes a difference, because if you don't have this 6 by 12 inch mat, it's not going to go through your cutter properly. So you have to make sure you get a mat. Now, here's where you go and you order your mats. So you can, there is, let's see, is it under accessories? So go cutting mats. Now, there's a package for the mats, and you can sort by your cutter. And based on your cutter, you can even buy, they did have some packages that you could buy. Here's the popular stuff. So these are the different mats. Yes, mats are expensive. But once you start collecting the mats, and again, pay attention to the ones that are coming in packages that you are purchasing or coming with other dies, because you may not need to buy them if they came in a bundle. And there are different die bundles that you can actually purchase. And you just go here to die bundles. And then based on the die bundles, you see all of these say free go cutting mat, free go cutting mat. So they come with the mat, and this will help. So help a lot. Like now, this is a block on the board. It comes with a cutting mat, more blocks on the board. Look, this particular bundle has hats in it and bow ties. And I think this would even have a bucket hat in it as well. So here's the baby ones. Like it comes with the mat. So if you want to purchase some with a mat, this is the prime place to get it. And now look at all the kitty stuff. You got a baby die bundle. And so now, granted, you can buy them single, you can buy them by themselves. There's all these different die bundles. So when you want to go look at a bundle, this is the place that you want to go. And there's all the project bundles. Like you can make mittens, you can make, what are these? The little Santa, excuse me. You can make the stockings for your for Christmas. You can make the bow cozies. So many things. Look at here, a mini oven mitt, the regular oven mitt, and then look at all the cutting mats. So you have all the cutting mats included. Look, there's even a tree skirt wedge. Like what? You can make a tree skirt, Santa stocking, pennants, bow cozy. Like there's so many things in the projects. So again, AccuQuilt has done it. I mean, they've done it. I love mine. It makes a big difference. So when you're shopping, make sure you understand, read, please please, please, if I say nothing else, when you're getting ready to purchase these things, make sure you pay attention to a couple of things. One, you pay attention to whether or not you need a die, and it will be in either details. So if it's in details and it says AccuQuilt cutting mat required, that means you need to buy a cutting mat. Now, for those people who buy the bundles and you love the bundles, just check to see which mat comes with it. Because then, if you know what mat comes with it, then you know if you go buy a separate block on the board or any of that that does not include the free cutting mat, then you may already have one. So you don't. There's no need to buy a standalone one. Now, if you are one of those people that you just really want to do something custom, you can customize dies for yourself. They will give you a quote on a custom die so you can do it yourself. Here's what it takes. You have to bring all the things and make sure that you understand what it is you want, what's the die base, the area, the shape, all of the things. And so you can request a quote from them, and then they will get back to you, see, request an estimate. And again, here, look, submit the details for free, no obligation to purchase. So it is free. They will estimate it for you and you will have that information. Now, I haven't done a custom die yet. I did say yet because I have some thoughts about some dies that I would like, some blocks that I've thought about. And so I'm thinking of submitting one. So, yeah, stay tuned. The good thing is, with the custom dies, you don't have to pay for anything and they will give you a quote. So you can come right on over here to dies, down here to custom dies, and do that. Now remember, I told you I was going to tell you about the things not to do. One, make sure that you are not purchasing a replacement die unless you need it. Replacement dies will hold up your order because it takes 10 days. They are making them to order. So be careful about that. Make sure that as you're doing anything, you review to see if there is a cutting mat with it. If not, you will need the cutting mat. So make sure you understand that just by scrolling down, looking at the details, it will tell you what is required just for this. Okay. The other thing, make sure that you understand which cutter you want. And you can go through, there's all kinds of starter sets. And so you can go through and get you a starter set. So understanding that you can make this as much as you want or as low as you want just by looking at the different things. And of course, you can go up here and sort and just say, hey, just show me the low to high so I'll know what I got here. And so here we go, low to high. Now, the one thing I did mention was the fact that there are trade in opportunities. And let's look at the trade in. So you can trade up. You can trade up from the me. So if you want to start out with the $99 one, like, I don't need it. There's a trade up program. And so here's how it works. They give you a trade-in option, they give you a refund amount, and you kind of go from there. So you can definitely trade them in. And you can get credits, all of that stuff. So, you can go right here. And if today you can only afford the Go Me, get the Go Me. But just know that, hey, I can trade it up later. And there you go. You got a trade option. So guys, that's it. That's all. That's what we're talking about today. AccuQuilt, Go Me, how to shop on the site, understanding the things, all the things. And let me show you one more thing, because one of the things that I love about AccuQuilt is the amount of information they have. On these Learn Mores, let me tell you, They give you so much information. You can go, they have all the top um they have all the top verbiage, they explain everything, they give you new ideas. Like the site is amazing. You see, they even recommend products to me because they know I like all the things. And so also, I always go over to the sale thing. Let me just tell y'all, because sometimes the sales are amazing. They will tell you, like, you want to shop a deal? Let's shop the deals, girls, guys. Let's shop the deals. 70% off. Say what? Say, huh? Yes. I'm going to need 70% in my life. And so it just makes a difference of what's on clearance. You can come in here, you can take a look. Now look at the little cute beehive. Now see if you go in here and you say, okay, what's on the beehive? Use, and they give you a free embroidery design. Again, it comes with it when you download, so that way you can trim it out. Now, again, go into the details. You still need a mat. Which one do I need? 6-inch by 12-inch. Guys, I just feel like, in my opinion, you can't go wrong if you're planning to cut. And don't forget, this is the most expensive pairs of scissors in your shop. So, cutting paper in my shop? Absolutely not. So, be mindful of that because that can dull out your blades. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have for today, guys. Please, 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 if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Check out my videos. Go watch something over there. I got all these things. I'm going to put something here, there, everywhere. Like, subscribe. I'm an affiliate for AccuQuilt. Please make sure that you use my link. It's in the description. And I think that's all I got for today. All right. So if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And make sure that you go out, you decide to do something with AccuQuilt, you think of me, And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have regarding anything AccuQuilt. Okay? All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. And come back. We have Sunday Fun Day every Sunday. So check us out if you haven't already for our Sunday Fun Day lives. We're always making something, and you never know. Go sew something. Have a
cutter hums, creative sparks like beating drums. No waste, no fear, this dance so still. AccuQuilt's promise strong and real.